Nothing but the fading light.
Alright, let's not keep you guys waiting any longer. I'm not on the screen. I absolutely knew I'd forget something today. Yeah, welcome everyone to the matchup between Vex and KZG for ESL Challenger League, OCE Season 47 qualifiers. 1 second. I'll get everything sorted on my end. But yeah, we've got a pretty interesting matchup today between both teams. Very important piece of info. Vex is a new team, however, they were making history before being picked up by Vex. So, we have a lot to talk about considering the last time I casted these teams was on Vertigo. So, yeah. Despite missing the first couple of games, or rounds I mean, I did manage to watch their... is that working now? There we go. Okay. So I did manage to watch their first game of, God, I can't remember what it was. Regardless, last time they went against each other on the same map. Now, I went back and watched the demo, and there's quite a few things to talk about, but we'll get to that later. Make sure everything's all good to go. Alright, sweet. So, KZG, obviously still the same 5 guys you love to see. Mingo VIGL, Hassie, Samooks, KZXL, and Pain on the AWP, of course. Last time they went against Mindfreaks, and the performance did leave a lot to be desired. However, their second map did actually come back very well, and that was on Nuke against Mindfreaks, going 8-13. The first map on Anubis, like I said, left quite a bit to be desired, but, you know, they pulled back in the end, and despite going 2-0, they still did a pretty good job. So I believe the 2 games we'll be watching today are going to be Vertigo and Overpass. Right, moving on to Vex. As I said, Vex was currently orgless in the CS scene until they picked up Making History, which, give me 1 second. Alright, probably better than burping you guys here. So yeah, VexXGaming picked up the entirety of Making History, and I was fully set and prepared for that. I had all the info I needed. Then Bad News Kangaroos decided to come and pick up Damio, and so now we've got a 5th player swapped out. And I believe that KZG is still running the exact same lineup. So yeah, on Vex, I didn't even put the names in. It really does show how unprepared I am sometimes. Ugh, let's fix that quickly. Vex, there we go. And Team 1, KZG. Alright, we're good to go. So yeah, KZG's got its old classic lineup from what I can tell. However, Vex having APOC Dude, Void, your Wombat will be filling in for Damio after his pickup for Bad News Kangaroo. And we also have Kobe and Foggers on the team. Right. So the last games that Vex has played together under the name Vex, I believe, was versus Canon Event. And it was an absolute stomp. And unfortunately I didn't catch the games. However, the scoreline says a lot when you've got them going 13-1 on Ancient and 13-3 on Anubis. Now, luckily those maps aren't going to be played today, but I suppose it's time to talk about last time KZG and Making History / Vex went against each other. Scoreline wise, I've forgotten to write that down, which is amazing, but I believe it was 4-13 in favor of Making History, now Vex. While going through the demo, there were a couple of things I noticed. Making History / Vex only had pistols and armor on the T side, meaning they were pushing very confidently with their aim. But not only with their aim were they able to get quite a decent amount of sentries and pretty much just good impact kills. They also have very good utility usage, and that I think was where KZG struggled a little bit, especially on the T side. Oh, sorry, CT side. You'd have full-on executes coming out from making history, and KZG just didn't seem to have any answer for that amount of utility. No Molotovs to block off the rushing. And it would end up normally meaning players were getting caught out one person at a time. So hopefully we see a bit of a different story and close the game today. Right. Versus Canon event, Damio had a 1.85 rating on HLTV, which is pretty insane. But obviously Damio being picked up by Bad News Kangaroos, it'd be very interesting to see how Vex deals with this new player joining them. But it's also important to note that the players on Vex have been on the same team as Your Wombat before. So they're definitely not strangers. It's not like some random's been picked up to fill in. Alright. Alright, so the last time the teams actually fought, which is quite a while ago, was the 18th of February. And that was the 4-13 scoreline I was just talking about in the I Am Dallas qualifier. And yeah, being on Vertigo, it's definitely a sense of deja vu. However, it would be so much nicer to see a more competitive KZG on this map, especially if they've managed to learn how to use counter utility. And from my memory of them playing Nuke against... Why is the team slipping my mind? Canada Ben, sorry. No? Against Mindfreak. From memory, their utility usage against Mindfreak on Nuke was actually what gave them a lot of footing in terms of map space. So it's very much going to be interesting to see if their counter utility is going to be enough to stop Vex. Sorry, messing around with 4-5 teams in my head is starting to really get to me. But hopefully it's going to be an answer to Vex's aggression on the T side. Obviously we'll start to see it when the game begins. Currently everyone is just running... Currently everyone's just running around in warm-up, doing the usual fragging. But as we go into the match, pistol round's going to be a big determinant of strength in round 2. However, both teams went into the second round fully forcing, even without a bomb plant, and both rounds, I believe, went in favor of the team that forced. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this map goes, especially the fact that it's Vertigo, and they're going to be inside each other's heads, knowing what they did last time wrong. So hopefully we get a competitive KZG, but also maybe a slightly less aggressive making history / Vex. Especially the fact that they've only had their current lineup for about a day. But in saying that, one player shouldn't be enough to throw you off your game completely. Don't believe there's any reason the game hasn't started. We do have a stand-in for KZG, I believe. Let's just go ahead and double check this. So I see Estate is and Estate will be taking over for KZXL, I believe. Now I do believe that's a stand-in, however, I will just quickly get some confirmation. Already forgetting the name. And it does look like the map will be starting into the knife round. So here we go. Okay, so Estate is KZXL. I've just gotten confirmed. So, yeah. Interesting. interesting name change. It's going to be the same lineup. Hopefully that means they're going to be extra comfortable going into this. Now, jumping into the knife rounds. Just go ahead and give you some commentary, because everyone's seen the knife round like a million times going on. Quick 20 seconds and done, and it is gonna... Ooh, very close actually. I'm very sorry I didn't actually show that to you guys. Shit. Vex is gonna take the knife round, and I believe that's going to immediately put them on the CT side. Believe being a CT-sided map, that is generally the normal pick. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the Alright. First round coming in, buys across the board. We're gonna have some mooks with a full utility buy. As well as Pain, potentially a double nade stack coming in. If I was to say anything, they're potentially going to throw 2 smokes over middle into the B bomb site, or they're going to go for an A rush and just try block off vision. And players are going to be gravitating over towards the A site, going to be shift walking, so they're going to be taking it kind of slow, potentially setting up a full execute. Bit of a whoopsie flash coming in, but sound's going to be heard from, who's that? Your Wombat. No rotates coming in just yet, despite the amount of footsteps heard. And as expected, a full execute comes out with that full utility from KZG. No aggression on the B site, potentially trying to call this stuff fake. However, all 5 players on KZG are going to be advancing onto that bomb site. Bomb will go down, will be heard, and all players from making history should not be making history. Alright, I'll fix that in the next round. Vex on full rotate. Util's going to come in. Cassie mollied out. An attempt on defuse is going to be stopped by some mooks. And it's just left in a 2v3. Oh no, not like this. Cassie thinks he's hopped off the defuse, but he's still on it, and then, yep. Vex manages to take out KZG on first round. Bomb plant does go down though, so we will be seeing quite a bit of economy spent in the next game. Let me change this team name, because it is definitely not meant to be making history still. Cannot find it. Oh dear. Wait, are they still under making history? Ah, okay. I think I see what's going on. They are still under making history in the HLTV / ESL thing. So what I can do is try and override that. Give me 1 second. Team name overrides. Okay, I'm not going to be able to fix that anytime soon. I didn't expect this to be happening. Force fight coming out for both teams. Kobe managed to pick up one, gets taken out, traded. And we are going to be seeing 2 Mac 10s, potentially a double rush coming in. Standing below that B bomb site. Smoke comes out to block off the generator position. Fog is holding the line, however he's only got an MP9, nothing able to quite take off heads. Mangovi does manage to find him as well. Estate left in a 1v3 situation. It's going to take quite a bit for him to take this round back, but well, it's always possible. Does manage to find the glow, takes a bit of damage in the process. Trying to take off someone's head, not able to find it unfortunately. It does do about 20 damage to your Wombat. And your Wombat will bite back and take him out completely. Second round goes to making history, and KZG's eco more than likely going to go for a save this round. Not a whole lot to be said about Util as it's trying to fix the team name, but okay, we'll deal with it. Yeah, full set. Oh, we actually seeing some Util and a Deagle, so it does look like an eco round from KZG. Why is this not working? There we go. Apoc with aggression early on manages to find Hassie. Flash is coming out to try and counter any aggression coming from KZG, but they're playing this quite slowly. looking to potentially take out any heads, get an instant kill. APOC manages to find the second with a flick onto Ngovi. Traded out by Pain. Left in a 3v4 situation. Definitely not the worst. Kobe will find a stake through the smoke though. Lose some Nukes and Pain alone in a 2v4. Some Nukes goes down. And that's left Pain in a somewhat uncomfortable position, because at this point you're wondering where do you go. They've probably still got at least one anchor on B site. As we can see, there was some aggression going in towards the B stairs, trying to take space from Mr. Harry Potter. Ugh. Jeez. Something else for dinner might have been a good idea, because something is not sitting right. Yeah, third round goes to making history, and now we will see a full rifle buy coming out of KZG. And making history seem to be treating this as if it's a bonus round, considering they've got still Galils and an MP9 in play. Some aggression over towards the A site. Pain holding the angle, not peeking though. Seemingly able to read that they've got an AWP on APOC, who is holding the ramp position. Potentially knowing that they're going to try and peek this. Oh, that nade's going to do huge damage to Hassie and take quite a bit off of Pain. With an M4, he's now headshotable. Just instantly able to be taken out. Utility is going to come in from both sides, and there we go. APOC takes down the state. Aggressive AWPing, and now he's going to fall back to site. And it looks like they will be going for a boost here. Yo Wombat holding the ramp position, able to also hold that scaffolding. Oh, and timing on this util. Looks like nade's gonna be dropping down. Hassie and Pain just get absolutely destroyed by that nade. Almost taken out completely. And I really want to see this boost work out. Head taken off by Yo Wombat. Oh. And this is a bit of a fair prediction for KZG, because having this team that's worked together so many times and together, they're able to pull off boosts like that and be so coordinated, despite the fact that they're fairly, well, quote-unquote, new. KZG just attempting to push this B bomb site. So Mooks manages to get one. Gets a second, traded out by Foggers, and then Yo Wombat would just take out Hassie to finish that off. Fourth round, and that's left KZG's economy in a pretty awkward position. Not enough to full buy rifles and util, however they could still pull out a force here with potentially MAC-10s and Galils. Looks like it will be a pistol eco across the board. So Mooks is really showing up with these entry and impact kills for KZG, but it just doesn't seem to be enough for the other players to follow up. We'll be playing this aggression, so Mooks and Pain take early damage. And by playing these common positions, they really are going to be hurting themselves. That nade right there, down to the boosted position below stairs, exactly what I saw in the demo from making history on the CT side, and that's one of the reasons that KZG took so much damage in that demo. Luckily they managed to read it out this time, but that first nade to come in did a lot of damage that you just don't want to take if you're KZG right now. Stake goes down, Foggers finds second, so Mooks does trade out Foggers. Now the bomb site is in the control of KZG, but not safe enough to plant. APOC gets headshot by a Tech 9, and that's going to force him back. Unfortunately, no nades are going to come out from KZG to try and confirm that kill, and then Kobe gets absolutely demolished by a nade. Pain manages to find Kobe closely. It's all left onto APOC, and he's just going to try and save this AWP. Not a crucial round for making history, but however, for KZG, to be on an eco and to find a round like that, that is just exactly what you need to get your spirits back up and your confidence boosted to the absolute limit. Knowing that you can take them out with just a pistol buy is going to be great, because you're going into the next round with rifles and you're going to have the confidence to push them and try and take those kills with a better weapon. Making history will have a complete answer, enough eco to even drop Harry if he wants to get full utility and armor. But it does look like he will be going for a FAMAS. Pain does manage to find the funds to pull out an AWP this round, but it does come at the cost of hit armor. Definitely be interesting to see if that comes back to bite him. But they do manage to get the utility out before making history. Sorry, before Vex even manages to find them. And your Wombat managed to take out 2, and that's kind of just shut down KZG's push completely. Pain looking to find a refrag, but no one's willing to peek the head out, almost as if they know he'll have an AWP by now. Be seeing some mid-aggression coming in from the 2 other members of KZG. No one close to hold them off, however. There is still Foggers holding the angle. Potentially a boost coming in. The Foggers just got off the angle at the worst timing. Oh, that could have been so big for KZG. That would have opened up a push towards A. Because Pain's still down on that A ramp position holding, waiting for someone to peek, someone to make a mistake. Your Wombat just waiting there. Would be a very easy kill if he could just get the right angle. And that smoke coming out, it's just gonna almost completely deny. Swing comes out. Completely missing. Foggers finds Mangovi, so Mooks does trade it out though. And he has no clue that the B bomb site is completely open. They're still gonna be trying to push A. And Vex has just read this completely, picture perfect, knowing that KZG is going to keep going for this. Stack 3 onto a site, nowhere to rotate, and Harry Potter just takes him out, leaving Pain in a 1v3. 10 seconds on the board, there's no chance of getting this round. And at this point, you just gotta save the AWP and hope for the best next round. Money on Estate and Samooks is going to be quite comfortable, so he will... Oh no! Kobe just completely denies that AWP save on Pain, and that's got a sting. Whereas before you had the money for everyone to buy, now Pain's got only $150 to work with. Even if you drop on the weapon, that's not enough for armor. Oh, but he does get dropped an AWP. So he'll be going for the glass cannon build. On the other side, you have APOC with full utility and everything, and it does look like we'll see some early aggression coming into mid and B. And Govi just trying to get some space, try and counter this aggression, but the util is just really good on the side of Vex. Hassie looking to try and find an entry with the Deagle onto the A ramp, but no one's peeking it yet again. They're just playing so passively where KZG shows aggression. Quite a bit of util still on this A site, so they could try and bait that out. Molly will go into the short position. Seems like all members of KZG are going to be stacking up towards the A site ramp. With no one to watch their backs, it'll be interesting to see if Foggers does show some early aggression here on the B site. Try and take that. Oh, and that's a huge nade. Estate down to 5 HP. At this point, you just drop the rifle to Hassie if you can, but KZG are going to be pushing onto this A bomb site. Not able to find one through the smoke. Orb spam and AK spam going backwards and forwards. Mangovi down to 5 HP as well. That's a scary sight for KZG. Mangovi will go down. Trades across the board. Pain manages to find 2. Potentially huge for KZG, and that's just stopped them pushing the bomb site completely. Now is your chance to plant the bomb. And just hope you don't get swung here. Vex will hold the nerve and just not push yet. Whew. Estate on 5 HP. A single nade could have taken him out while planting, but it does manage to go quite well, and that smoke's just completely cut KZG off from each other. Pain finds a 3rd. A 4th! Oh my god, he's on for the ace. Surely. Oh! Surely, dude, please. I want to see this ace. No! Samooks will find the 5th. But my lord, Pain getting a 4K with the orb. What an absolute round savior. The GOAT himself managing to save that round for KZG, and that's taken him up to 7 kills on the scoreboard. Whew. And as you can see now, Vex's economy is not looking as good as you'd expect right now. 5 rounds on the board, but their economy's not going to be enough for a buy. Looks like we'll be seeing an eco. A couple 5.7, some armor, or... Seems like there'll be a mid-rush coming in. Oh, Samooks finds one, gets straight out by Harry, and they do find an AK, so that'll potentially be used to... Oh no! Payne doesn't manage to find the kill or the trade back onto Wombat. He just fell at the worst possible time. Estate manages to find the double, and it just left Kobe in a 1v2 with nothing but a 5.7 and some armor. And this round should be pretty much done. Whether or not he'll try and save an AK, I don't know. He might try and go for this. It looks like he'll be backing up though. Does manage to find an AK, and it looks like he will be trying to go for this. Seems to be aware that both players are on shore right now. Manages to find one kill. Oh, this could be devastating for KZG. Mingovi somewhat holds the nerve. Manages to find Kobe, and that'll secure the 3rd round for KZG. Whew, I was looking quite dicey, but Estate with a 3k will manage to make that round quite a... not secure, but he managed to pull KZG back quite well, and a tactical timeout will be coming out for KZG. Orp gets dropped over to Payne, managing to save that from the previous round. Definitely good. We'll be seeing a full buy on the side of Vex, including the Orp on APOC, who managed to find his own kills, but nothing very spectacular yet, especially compared to Payne. And as much as I hate to point it out, Hassie, just 14 ADR, 0 kills. It'd be interesting to see if he's doing the util for all of the team, but you gotta be asking yourself, the kills just aren't there, so where are you going? What is happening that you're not able to find those kills or any trades? I've yet to see. It looks like we'll be putting some aggression towards mid. Nope, just going to be lurking it. Utility is going to come out from both sides on the B site. Hassie trying to take some space. Tiny bit of team damage from Wombat, but he will swing that very loudly, and they should know that he's rotating back now. Hassie tries to get the kill through the smoke. No dice. Nade's gonna tickle Estate and Payne, but shouldn't be anything too hard, too bad to worry about. Flash comes in, just manages to see it in time. Double flash. Payne manages to avoid death just. Bit of bleeding in the leg. And Apox is going to have to retake that angle. Manages to find him. That's not what you want to be seeing if you're KZG. Hassie getting tagged with the AWP as well. Low HP is going to pick up Payne's AWP and try and hold a flame to the crown, but it's honestly not looking good for KZG in this round. Not much mid control, if any. Yeah, no control over mid. You got Foggers holding it very aggressively. No space towards B, none towards A. At this point I'd be asking, is it even worth just saving what you have now? Go for a full reset. A few of the members of KZG could afford some util, but it does look like they're going for it, and APOC punishes Samooks' aggression. Molly coming out. APOC manages to find Mingovi, and this round's just falling apart for KZG. This is the last thing you want to be seeing right now. Hassie orbs your Wombat, but is immediately traded out. And right as I say APOC's not finding anything spectacular, immediate 4k to counter Payne's. I will say, compared to the demo, with KZG starting on the CT side, which is favoured to win on this map, it's definitely a much more competitive game. The KZG's kind of found their footing. Counter utility is pretty good, actually. Some of it is kind of missing, which is very unfortunate. Of course, this round will most likely go the way of Dog's dinner. Just some pistols, couple Tech 9s. Maybe try and get a gun, save it if you can, but there's not really too much you can do. They will be pushing up to mid. I believe APOC. Oh, this could be really bad for KZG. APOC finds the first. Molly comes out, trying to avoid the rush. Doesn't manage to find one through the Molly. And suddenly, you have Harry Potter managing to hold the line very well, and Samook is still left alive, making a lot of noise. Just a Glock in hand. This round went about the way you'd expect. Unfortunate, but what can you really do? He will be hunted down. No chance to save this AK at all. And KZG's eco. Ooh. Kind of a tough call to make. And they will be going full buy. Quite a lot of util. A bit more than I was expecting, but overall, you've got Mangovi. Definitely would have liked to see a flash on Mangovi, considering he does tend to play IGL support from my understanding. Early aggression's gonna come in for APOC on the B site. KZ doesn't want to peek it, almost like they know that that gap's there. So just holding the line down on the A-bomb site, and no one's putting any pressure on mid, unfortunately. Samook is holding the line, but just nothing to come of it. This is somewhat what you kind of expect from a team like Vex, where they're well versed, they know what they're doing, they know the timings on the push from teams. Mangovi does manage to find your Wombat, and that's a pretty decent opening kill. Kobe's stuck on this sandbags position. I'm surely hoping they check it. Mangovi avoids the flash, takes out Kobe. He'll fall off the building completely. And it seems like a full execute will be coming out from KZG, and this is quite a big round to win, because if you have to look at Vex's economy, obviously being last round they're going to have to force, but they're not going to be able to force anything too amazing. Maybe some FAMASs, maybe a couple M4s. Mostly you'll probably be seeing some MP9s full utility. There's the potential for these last two players on Vex to save, and it looks like that will be what they're doing, although APOC's getting hunted down, does find a state. This round's pretty much over. Managing to save an AWP is going to be pretty huge into the next round. Will offer Harry and APOC the chance to drop their teammates. And I may be about to eat my words about their economy, and they may be going into this last round with a full buy across the board. KZG. Potentially looking to push some aggression in the next round. Hassie goes down to the bomb. That's pretty unfortunate. Harry Potter finds Mangovi. That's kind of just put KZG in a really tight spot. There was no reason for them to push and try to get... Well, I'll take that back. There is quite a good reason to try and take the AWP and AK out of the hands of Harry and APOC on Vex. But I don't think it was worth pushing that aggressively, knowing that they've got an AWP holding the angle. Because you've gone into this last round and you've got decent buy across the board, but Mangovi is already out of utility, so aside from getting a kill, there's nothing much you can do unless his teammates drop him. And APOC with this aggression gets found out. Mangovi takes a lot of damage, but both B players go down. Estate finds Harry. It's kind of a disaster for Vex. With the amount of eco damage you've done to KZG in the last round, and failing to use those saved weapons to your potential, it's kind of a nail in the coffin for this round. Coming in, you do have full control of the bomb site. Both players playing together. Kobe, there will be a boost from Wombat. Kobe manages to find the second. I might have spoken too soon. They might be bringing this round back. So we can get a little bit of a camera on Payne. He's holding the close angle. Gets found. Oh no! Samooks goes down. They've saved the round. A 3k on your Wombat. I wasn't sure if he would have gelled with the team completely yet, but he's just managing to clean the server at this rate. Oh wow. 8-4 scoreline is going to be very competitive for KZG. Being a CT-sided map, you'd expect them to do slightly better on the CT side. But I will have to refer to the demo of last time these teams fought together, where KZG just weren't quite able to use any counter utility to stop the pushing from Vex. It's very unfortunate. Vex will be pulling out their second tactical timeout to try and discuss what to do. I may as well use this time to have a quick drink. Alright, here we go into the 13th round of the match. 8-4 scoreline in favor of Vex. Considering having lost potentially their top fragger and replacing him with Wombat, seeing the performance that Wombat's putting out combined with a Pox AWPing is incredible, and KZG's kind of called some incredible aggression on B site. And this could somewhat derail them. Kobe's checking behind, and this might be a bit devastating. Yeah, manages to find one. Bomb's gonna go down. Ooh. Some incredibly juicy headshots gonna have to come out. Kobe manages to find pain. This is not what you want to be seeing in an 8-4 scoreline for your CT side. Date goes down right as I was about to spectate him. The Mook's looking to find the headshot, but 4v1... definitely not impossible, but you've got a long road ahead to find this. Especially if you can't hit shots like those. That's just unfortunate. And there's just no time, no kit. Oh, you just gotta hope that bomb goes off and takes out a few members of Vex, but it doesn't look like it'll go off in time. Ooh, cutting it to the very last second. There'll be armor and helmets almost across the board for Vex, and they've got a very strong buy coming into this next round. Ooh, not really what you want to be seeing on the side of KZG, unfortunately, as they'll be coming out with the Force, and I want to say you wouldn't go into this round very confident, but reviewing the demo, it's rounds like these that KZG actually won. And so this could potentially be huge for them. Molly comes out to try and push them off position. And unfortunately, without a full buy, they don't have the economy to argue with this utility. Although making history... Sorry, Vex. Util, a lot of it will actually go to waste. No damage being done from any Molotovs. Still 2 on the board to come out, but no nades doing any damage. Smoke is going to push into this close position again, and I'm not sure if Vex is going to be expecting this. It looks like they're just waiting for anyone on KZG to push and call the bluff so they can take him out and then just immediately run onto site. Players grouping up towards the B site, a minute on the clock. Definitely some more time to play with if they want to get a full setup going with boosts and everything. But it looks like U2 will be coming out. Molotov clears the complete back of the site, and KZG just don't have an answer. No util on them. 2 flashes left in their favor. Mooks isn't able to find anyone. That's just... It's not really what you want to be seeing, even after losing that first round. Feeling not so good. This just has to be crushing your spirits, and it looks like we may even be seeing a 13-4 scoreline for these teams again. Ooh. KZG is... yeah. There's no point trying to go for this. No one has a kit. There's no reason to even try. But it does look like they were going for some entry... oh, sorry, exit frags. Try and collect some of these weapons from Vex, but I just can't see it happening with this many players stacked towards the T-spawn. No aggression comes in from KCG, making some noise, trying to keep them at bay, but... yeah. He's going to the next round with pistols. I suppose it's better than, you know, all dying and losing your opportunity to try and get an eco round in. 10-4 scoreline. Ugh. It's definitely an uncomfortable one. With a buy like this, you're potentially looking at 11-4, and at that point you can't afford to scrap any more rounds. I'd even argue this one is quite an important one to win, and to just set up default is somewhat concerning. You've got a player over to short, player sandbag, so they do have a pretty strong A setup, but they have no util to back it up. A smoke comes in, and it's a good smoke. One of my favorites, actually. Just blocks off the ramp side completely. Definitely a thin smoke, easy to break, but no one's willing to peek that, and they know how dangerous it can be if they break that smoke. Molly comes in short, pushes the player off the angle. Payne's gonna have to find a kill here. Does see the arm swing, gets swung on himself by APOC. Being run down, has seen a state, do manage to find some decent kills, but you're just getting run down at this point, and if they've heard some mooks, this is... plays his hand too soon. Neither of Vex would have seen him at all. They would have known he was somewhere lurking, but... with 8 HP, no armor... yeah... can't imagine with that smoke he's gonna go for a 10-second ninja defuse, and APOC's just gonna hold this angle knowing he's gonna be pushing. Smoke swings the angle. Unfortunately, he's on the other side of that wall, and that's just not going to be good for him. And APOC's going to hear him run away, and he's going to be looking to hunt him down. Oh, yeah, this is going to be pretty devastating. APOC manages to find some mooks, and the little game of cat and mouse is going to be over just like that. We will finally see a full buy coming in for KZG, including an AWP on Pain. Yep, there he goes. No players with a very good amount of stats, but to back them up, it's an interesting one. Oh, doesn't look like we're getting any decent stats here on HLTV. Well, that gives me nothing to talk about, but we will be seeing, I'm on the wrong thing. We're seeing heavy aggression coming into this A ramp, and Mingovi takes a lot of damage in that sandbag's position, and he'll go down. They just know with that smoke being there that he's going to be lurking and not waiting. Hassie swings, manages to find one. 4v3, and you're left alone, sitting on this A-bomb site. Oh, my apologies, he isn't alone. We have a state. Pardon me, Pain does go down though. And this is a little bit of a gutting round for KZG, because you just... it's rounds like these you can't afford to lose at this rate, because even if you manage to win the next few rounds, or you go... dink onto a state, it's just gonna hurt so much, and a nade coming in to do even more damage. But losing this round, you just have no momentum and no power to go into the next ones. And it really is quite disabling. And, oh no! I wasn't even aware that Foggers was there either. Manages to deny the AWP save, and now they know where the last player is, and Samux goes down to Foggers. Oh, disastrous on the side of KZG, but Vex is just sweeping across the board. Seemingly an answer for everything KZG can pull out of the strat book. Last round, you've just got to fully buy this one, go in with confidence, hope for the best, but 4-12? It's looking like an exact repeat of the last scoreline these teams had against each other, going 13-4. 3 FAMASas, 2 MP9s across the board for KZG, and not a whole lot of utility. Speaking of Speaking of not a whole lot of utility, they're using a lot of it quite early. it seems to be working, but Wombat's just pushed through the smoke, almost as if he knows they're scared of holding any angles. Eventually knowing his head won't be taken off by an AWP, and he's going to catch this player off. Ooh. Doesn't manage to find the kill, and Mingovi just re-peeks. I don't even know if that would have been the right call in that situation. It's a tough one, but is peeking really a good idea? Wombat gets absolutely spammed by paying through the wall. 16 HP. And he's just going to be on the rotate now, and yeah. Estate in a huge position knows this player's rotating. And you're getting a full sense of security right now. If you're Vex. Unfortunately with this AWP on site, it's going to be a very hard retake. And all eyes are on Estate. And there's just no answer to what Vex is doing. Kane, nothing but a FAMAS and a dream, gets taken out by Harry. And with that, Vex will secure the first round being Vertigo. Oof. Definitely a lot to be said about that round. KZG, like I said, the issue they had with their util, just not being able to counter, it wasn't so much that they didn't use it to counter this time, but more so they didn't have the util to counter with. Oh, definitely a pretty interesting game. And let's quickly go to a break now. Wow. Yeah, a bit of a disappointment on the side of KZG. However, Vex did show quite a... I don't even know what you call it. They were aggressive in the right places. It's almost like a masterclass with T side. Knowing when to push and when not to. The boost they had on the CT side... I mean, you can just tell KZG were not ready for any of that. And it does kind of feel like a repeat of the last game I cast for KZG, where their economy was just on the back foot the entire time on Nuke when they were going against Canon Event, and it's really unfortunate seeing that because the team can definitely frag out, especially Payne. He proved that with his 4K on the AWP. Unfortunately, APOC was also looking to prove himself today on the AWP because, my lord, both of them getting 4Ks in very crucial parts of the round. Payne just completely clutching around, not alone, but having so many impact kills with that one AWP round. And then immediately, you just have APOC coming back being like, no, I'm going to completely shut down your push. Stuff like that is so demoralizing if you're versing that team. It's a very hard thing to recover from, and KZG, you can just tell they wouldn't be feeling great after having so many strats just shut down completely by those off angles, the aggression. There's just so much to be said about the timing of Vex and how good they were with it. Oh, really, it's just kind of a sad way to end for KZG. However, Vex are really proving themselves, even with this new player that, like I said, they've played with, but I believe they've probably not played with for quite a while. So Vex is definitely proving to be very strong. However, on map 2, Overpass, don't believe any of these teams have actually played Overpass since February competitively, so it's going to be a bit of a gamble seeing who's going to win this round. Hopefully we see a competitive 1-to-1 scoreline by the end of this, but Vex really pulling out all the stops, playing immaculate CS. And KZG are definitely going to have to step it up for the next map. However, on that note, we will be going to a break until map 2 starts, so stick around for Overpass, and we'll see you then.